Now, muckers, question time.
One thing I've noticed, this machine certainly isn't short of is storage space.
Yeah. Right, muckers. Now, as you'll know, over the years we've owned and operated a fair few JCB backhoes, including the 3C, 3CX Contractor and the 4CX. So I was pretty keen on seeing what the latest offerings and developments were. But with changes of staff and that in recent times, it seems that JCB are unable to reply to an email or even respond to a phone call. And that got me thinking, all right, fair enough, what else is out there? Now, back in the day, I spent a lot of time on the old case backhoes as well. 580F, then the 580G, went on to a 580K, and ended up on a 580 Super LE. So the one person I knew to speak about case diggers with was Hayden. How are you doing, mate?
You're
good
right,
to see you,
right.
yeah? Good, good. Right, now, it's been a long time since I've been around a case. As I said, last one was a Super LE.
Crikey,
First one was a 580F.
Yeah,
David
going
Brown
back in time.
engine. Yeah. Last year though, when I was in New York,
Yes, yeah.
I was seeing case backhoes in the, just like in the middle of,
Yeah,
you know,
that's their home patch.
their home patch
estates.
in the middle of New York, and they're doing all the road works and stuff. All you ever see is case backhoes.
Yeah, yeah.
Different spec. Obviously, they've got the centre post back actors and stuff like
That's
that.
right, yeah.
But this is the latest case variant for the UK market, isn't it?
That's it, yeah, yeah. You've got the 590 SV.
Right.
It's perhaps the most popular model in the UK. It's one of three machines that we have in the UK. We have a 580 SV, 590 SV, and the 695 SV. You can also play about the configuration of all the actual backhoes that we sell in the UK with regarding to excavator end and on the 580 with the front end as well.
Okay.
So we have what we call straight loader arms available on the 580. Which is a simplified version with a manual self-leveling unit in it.
Yeah.
And then we have what we have is the tool carrier.
Yeah.
The more conventional tool carrier, which
Yeah.
gives you the versatility, a better breakout visibility and that sort of thing down the front end of it. Yeah, so the big thing about the SV is the latest generation, it's all about cab space, cab comfort, making that operator as productive as possible.
That stands out as soon as you walk up to it. Oh, that is a nice sized cab, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems over the years, I don't know, all backhoes seem to be getting tighter, but this is...
I think the thing that we've started to realise with this machine, it's a one man, one machine. It's his business, it's his office.
It is, isn't it?
So trying to keep that environment as pleasant as you can. Plenty of USB ports, plenty of 12-volt sockets in there to charge your iPads and that sort of thing, so you can do billing, can communicate with your customers, and then secure storage in the cab. So there's 4 times more storage area in this one over the ST. It's lockable, you can keep all your kit there, safe for the day.
This is lockable, like you say. This is a fridge.
Yeah, it's got the AC running through it, so you can keep your food, lunch cool in there.
That's
and
good.
that sort of thing. And then you've got more to the left hand side here as well, lockable.
Yes,
storage
there is as well
on that
down this side.
Yeah. That pillar is new in
Yes.
its concept and layout, so we put the heater controls in there because you use them frequently, AC's built into it and that sort of thing. Little cargo net for your mobile.
Yep.
And then an integrated Bluetooth radio.
Now, I saw that and I was really impressed straight away. Reason being, you got your back window open and whatever, you got dust floating around. Nearly all the manufacturers seem to fit a radio somewhere down there facing up. What does it do? The dust settles, gets into it. Within a fortnight, you're jamming at the buttons and whatever. That's a proper robust little unit,
It's
isn't it?
a unit.
Completely sealed.
You might recognise it. It's not new to this particular machine. It's new. The Case brand has had it in a skid steer loader for a number of years now, purely because the skid steer is quite often taken as a canopy.
Yeah.
So then you can spin it round if you wish. You've got the air suspension seat, you've got a lever on the right hand side, the heated seat switch built into the seat itself.
Yeah.
And then you've got your servo hand controllers. Okay, so you've got a twin lever grip there, which you grab that and pull them back towards yourself. You can move them in and out as well. There's a certain amount of movement on that to get them into a comfortable position.
Yeah.
The little armrest has got
You can adjust all that as well.
Adjuster there to bring it up and down.
Yeah.
That's it, just to get it in position for you. And then the switch is just below the adjuster. First one is to activate the hydraulics when you're in the reverse position.
Yep.
And the other one is to change the actual servo control pattern from SAE to ISO. Yeah. Depending
Brilliant.
on your operating style. Built into the joysticks, you've got a proportional extend of the extender hoe.
Yeah.
And you've got a manual idle of the engine.
Yep.
Should you wish it, and a hooter built into the other one.
Pretty good. Again, you can alter these even further on here and wherever.
Right. That's right, to get
every which way you want, isn't it?
Yeah. The other thing that I quite like about this machine as well is ventilation. And I know in the UK we have lousy weather and that sort of thing, but when you're on site, you're wanting to be talking to the lads around you, you want a bit of ventilation. The rear quarters open, the front quarters open as well, so we can swing those back as well for ventilation out the front windows as well. Plenty of ventilation, good wide.
It's just the size of this cab and this opening here. That's what is just striking, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And these machines are becoming even more popular now than perhaps they were before. People are seeing the value of having one of these on site.
There's a resurgence in there. And
Definitely.
There's definitely, you know, I've seen it lately with on site. This is another backhoe, brand new backhoe.
Yeah.
And you think 5 or so years ago, didn't see them.
Yeah.
There's an 8-tonner, there's a 6-ton, you know, just a little midi digger, midi-sized excavator. And a big resurgence in the backhoe now.
You know, you think of your 8-tonner, you want it at that end of the site, okay, half an hour he'll be there. This, few minutes he's there, he's done the job, he's back on doing something else. He's got pallet forks, he's got a grab on the front, he's got an excavator on the back. So it is a multitask machine, but in the right hands you can cover a lot of work with one of these.
In the right hands, a backhoe is invaluable. You can't put a price on it, can you?
Exactly. So, first thing I tend to look at and point out to people is the size of these rams.
They are massive,
the actual bore and stroke of these rams, integral ram in the middle section there, big heavy duty. And I think you have to refer back to where these were sort of originated from and what market. So the US, the Backhoe was a different beast to what it was in Europe.
Completely.
In the US, centre mount, traditional arms going out.
Legs,
Much rougher terrain they were working at. They were working in sort of demolition, forestry, agriculture, grabbing. It had to be a big, beefy back end to survive in those working areas.
Yeah.
So that's the way that we've designed it. You know, cast king post and configuration up at the front there and that sort of thing. Other little features I always like on this machine, you know, you look at backhoes on site in the workplace, you always see a few dents and bumps on the back end of the boom.
Where everything gets picked with pecker and everything goes up there.
Tooth, you can't, it's just unavoidable at times. So we put this protection plate on it here, steel plate, protects the back end, protects those vital hoses right at the back of the boom section.
Yeah.
Protects those. You know, you can repaint it, you can knock it out with a hammer, you can replace it, and you're preserving the boom. You've got your auxiliaries coming down here, and then you've got the thing which is slightly different to some of our competitors, and that's the extender hoe. And the design principle of that is all around protection of the actual dig end.
I always liked that because of the 580G.
Yeah,
that was the first one I ever saw with what I call the sock.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of other machines, that's fixed and the other piece comes out. Trouble is then, with that slide, normally covered in grease or whatever, gets then covered in all the dirt. You bring it back, you hear it grunching and grinding and grunting.
Yeah, it becomes a wearing paste.
Not very good,
What we call the inline configuration, you would never dare go near. Picking up that lump of concrete, moving that bit of steel, that RSJ that's lying around, and gripping it back against the back of the dipper. You'd never dare do it for damage. So we've reinforced box there, serrated edges here to grip on.
That,
Bucket curls round to it. We even put the finger on it as well. We've got a finger attachment which can mount to the back of the dipper if need be.
No, that's something that baffles me. The US, you
absolutely love it out there.
They've all got like a thumb on them, whatever.
Yeah.
Over here, no. I think they're brilliant. We're even going to fit them to some of our mini diggers. Yeah. Because they're just so handy.
So handy, and you can fold them up out the way so they don't interfere with anything else in normal digging and that sort of thing. And then, moving on to the actual bucket ram. Again, look at the size and width of that bucket ram. You know, your breakout force. And another nice little feature of this sort of configuration, the case DNA, is the integral quick hitch at the end here.
Now I saw that when I again saw one in the States, and I thought, well, that's a bit awkward, you know. Then I thought about it. You put a normal quick hitch on, which we all have.
Yeah.
I've gone out that much further.
Yeah.
Right. And you change all the geometry of your buckets and how they work.
Your breakout forces are completely changed
you've lost
a lot.
You've extended it again, haven't you?
exactly.
That is just
retains it.
where it should be.
It is a different skill set. You know, conventionally in your head, you're picking up on a front pin. With here, you can see the buckets here, we're picking up on the back pin.
Yeah.
So this grab here goes into that back pin, locates forward, hydraulically pulls the pins in, and then locates with the dipper in the right position for the pins to locate and lock that bucket on, but retaining all that power.
That is just like not having a quick hitch.
Yeah.
With the advantages of a quick hitch.
Exactly.
You know, that is very, very good. But
okay, so what we have as well on the SV is this hydraulic side shifter.
Yep.
So it's a twin ram geometry. Flick of the switch to release the hydro clamps, and then away we go, pushing left and right. It's quite a robust configuration. You can see the way that it's mounted into here, twin rams mounted up on that jack leg and everything. Pushes it across. Even with the buckets and arm and boom and dipper in the wrong positions, it was still got the power there to push it across into position, meaning you don't have to damage any of the ground around you or anything like that to side shift when necessary.
Keep jiggling it around.
Exactly. Plenty of power in it.
Yeah.
So the rear axle on this machine has a diff lock, like a conventional tractor in it. Activated on the button, so 100% lock on the rear axle when you're pushing into a pile, and you can really notice the difference when you're pushing and grading.
You're not
leveling.
waiting for something to happen. You can literally make it happen.
It's there, and it's quite robust as well. As we know in agriculture, a tractor, you very rarely have to deal with a diff lock. It works forever and a day. Yeah. Same on this machine as well here. Stage 5 FPT engine fitted to this machine, 3.6 litre.
You don't need to say anything else. I think we're done here. Yeah. As soon as you said the words FPT, that's all good for me.
Yeah. So good reputation in the market.
They are, honestly, be it in ag or construction. What does it tell you when that's fitted into the competitors' machines in various types and applications?
A lot of people don't fully understand that we are an engine manufacturer and we supply other manufacturers as well as the case brand.
But no, love the FPT. I think they're really top of the game at the minute. Really
sorted. Just looking on this side here, you've got your diesel fill points. There's 131 litres of diesel. Okay. 13 litres of AdBlue. Yep. So it's a plastic tank, but it's covered in a steel shroud here to protect it from site damage and that sort of thing. When you just climb up onto the top section here, you've got the button there, which is the ignition key, and then you lift the hood up there, and it's a steel hood. Yep. Okay, so again, if it takes a knock, you can knock it out and that sort of thing. One simple daily check from ground level here is your engine oil. So there's a little sight gauge here, dipstick and filler cap side by side there.
And you can just get to them. You
can get there just to top those up as you wish, So again, once we're in that position, you get a bit more better access. So
your filters and everything are
there.
Your
filters are all to access here. You got your fuel filters, primary and secondary fuel filters on that side as well. Fill cap for the engine oil. If you just look at the back here, you've got a transmission oil dipstick. At the back here as well. And then you've got your expansion tank here for the radiator as well, with the high and low measurements on it as well. Air filter mounted up at the top, obviously, if you need to access that for servicing. And that's pretty much everything on this side of the machine. Other side, in this pannier tank, you've then got your battery box. Okay, and an isolator.
Well, that's it, but everything's basically from this side, you can access everything you want and service it. That's really good.
It depends what age you are, but I was brought up on the sticks. And the strange thing is the amount of feel that you got on the sticks that everybody moaned about as soon as they went onto servos on these. But after a bit of time, you do get the feel on the servos on the back. It's just slightly different.
Straight away, I can feel this is a case, and I mean that she's quick, but very controllable. As I say, she's just I'm just pulling these teeth just through this material. Just combing through. But
as soon as you're locked in the forward position, you can lean over and use your servos on the back for debogging and that sort of thing.
So this is the one big criticism of having controls on the armrest. You can't really walk the machine out anymore. But this you can.
You can, That's it.
Old school. Now, the one person we know that likes a roomy cab is Madam here. Is there enough room for you? There is, yeah? You like that, do you? That's all good then. Well, thank you for your time, Hayden.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you for showing us this, because, I didn't expect anything less from Case. But in fact, it's even better than I thought, to be honest.
Brilliant.
No, it is. And I look at a lot of machines, but even like the dog said, the room in the cab, and that literally speaks volumes.
Yeah.
There is so much room. There's so much, vision at the back and the front. Combine that with the FPT engine, combine that with those controls and the setup and the feel. What's not to like?
Exactly. It's called the King for a reason. We think it is the king of the hill.
Yeah.
We've retained all those original features, the power through the transmission, the power of the hydraulics, speed, performance, controllability, and we've enhanced it with a much better working environment.
Definitely.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, well, you certainly haven't disappointed. Spot on. And so there we go. That is the first of our backhoe loader series, and what a machine to start off with. 590 SV. That case is honestly, it's no wonder they call it the Construction King. And for anybody that's interested in further details on that machine, I'll put a link in the description box below this video. Now, muckers, question time. And this isn't one that I actually thought I would be asking, if I'm honest. Now, since I got back from the USA, where I was with Matt from Diesel Creek, well, Matt put up a video where he was given an old wheel horse garden tractor, and he got it running. And it's an absolute peach. I saw it there myself. But I could not believe the outpouring of love for those little wheel horse things. And I thought, well, I've got one of them. And here it is. And I literally don't know hardly anything about it. I bought it in a job lot of other stuff, and I just keep moving it about everywhere because it's always in the way. So it's ended up here. I'm pretty sure it would run with a bit of, TLC, but I don't even know what model it is. And what it's got. Hey, look, it's got a Kohler engine, so that's a good start. Look, Kohler, USA, America. Oh yeah, look. See, you're learning as fast as I am. It's a C120 8-speed. So there we go. It's a wheel horse, C120 8-speed. It's got a deck on it and stuff. That looks all right. As I said, I'm pretty confident we could get a note out of it if we tried. So there we go, muckers. That's the question. Do you want me to have a go at getting the wheel horse up and running? I think it could be done quite easily. But give it a clean down, go through a few of the basics and see if we can get a note out of it. But yeah, people seem to love them. I mean, it looks nice. It's one of the reasons I bought it. I just didn't really think that'd be something you lot would want to see. But anyway, if you do, say so. Put your answers in the old squid pit below, in the old comment section. Say, yeah, let's see the wheel horse. But yeah, I think that'd be nice to see it go. I was going to get it going anyway. I just wasn't going to film it. If you want to show a bit of support to the channel so we can keep doing stuff like this and like the backhoe and stuff like that and other projects, just simply subscribe and give the video a like. Doesn't cost anything. The other thing, if you want to do a little bit more, is you can go to the merch store and have a look at what we've got on there. Tons of stuff on there. Again, I'll put a link in the description box below. And also, if you want to see other videos such as this,
this is my messy shop, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
It's the disaster from New Jersey.
you do something with the combine. You've done a lot of things with the combine. Might have done. We're here at the sale. Have you got a budget, sir?
Not at all. No, absolutely not.
Just sky's the limit.
Yes.
£160,000 for sale.
Then all you need to do is hop on over to our Patreon channel, where you actually do get notifications, unlike this place. Yeah, you can help support the channel that way and get all the extra footage and videos. So there we go, muckers. As I said, hope you enjoyed it. I better go and catch the dog wherever she's just now gone. Anyway, until the next one, do well.